Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching in the world. Sean Driver, the Red Horde, and it is game day Saturday. Wrexham versus Charlton. Sorry for being a little bit late. That's my fault. Technical glitches. I had no camera driver. That's a bit of a problem if I want to get on a camera. Solved that problem. We're here. I'm a little bit underprepared as a consequence as I panicked in the background. Brendan, how the hell are you this morning?
I'm good. I've got that crappy mood that I was in Wednesday out of my system. I'm ready for a tough, hard-fought win today.
There you go. That's the positivity that we're trying to have this year, right? it was uh, it was a weird one. Even after losses, I typically go, "Did I have the right read on that? Am I going to explore things?" I jump onto Twitter and I take my lumps and I have a look at what's going on. And I did not do that on Wednesday. I just didn't want to see it. I shouldn't say that. I still had a couple things pop up. Interestingly enough, a lot of people singing the praises of Kabore, which I will on any other day. But on the Wednesday, he didn't earn it in my books. It's a great day for some football, and I'm here for it. And I don't know this one. I don't know what to expect from this Charlton team. They're the 2025-2026 version of Wickham. There's always that team that you sit there and you look at the start of the season and you make your predictions and you're like, there's no way Charlton's really going to get anywhere near the top, is there? They're going to have a good season if they can stay up. That's kind of where they have to be. And then we're sitting there how many games into the damn thing, and they're rolling. Um, Undefeated, and I don't even know how many. I know it's at least greater than five.
They only have 3 losses. Yeah.
Yeah, they're thumping through things. Sonny Carey, 5 goals, doing some magic on that end. I don't know what you want to say about the team other than they're eking out victories. I mean, a +5 isn't the greatest goal differential when you've had 6 wins and 5 draws and 3 losses, but you don't have to win by 5 to get your points. You just have to do enough, and that's the concern. Is in a large respect, they seem to be what we did yesterday. Thanks, Dave. If that was the other announcement for um, those who are a part of either the Discord channel or potentially Facebook friends with me, Dave highlighting there. My kid's commercial came out. Um, Stouffer's lasagna. Well, not just lasagna, but a holiday commercial, and so he filmed that over the course of 3 days. And it's amazing you do 3 days of work and it all gets dumped into a 30-second little blip, 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 blip. But it's been a lot of fun in the family to share all that sort of stuff. And he seems to be doing all right. Now we wait for the spring for the TV and for the show and the movie to come out, and hopefully the short films coming out around the same time. So things are doing their thing. Um, what's your take then on Charlton and how have they gotten here? Have you done any review, look at the statistics, assessment of the players, that sort of thing?
No, I mean, I was watching in the summer and I was noticing they were grabbing League One players, trying not to pay a ton.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, uh, Being, I guess, what would be considered more reasonable. Um, and they grabbed good players. I just wasn't. It For me, it's too difficult to understand top League One players versus older championship players, and you know who's the better who's the better player, and how much of a difference it can make. My guess is that they just picked players that fit well in their system. They didn't make a ton of changes, and the people they brought in, they felt they knew well and were able to, you know, get them to buy in their defensive system. And we've seen it work largely for Wrexham, right? When defense was what they really hung it on. And as long as you can stay solid there, and you just get lucky with a goal or two, and you're all set, right? So that's
Well,
basically what they've been doing.
it's going to be an interesting game because when you look at the statistics of like team statistics, just to try and figure, yes, they're getting solid goaltending. Um, they're near the top of the table. They're not that much ahead of where Ogonko has actually dragged the club up. But you look at their shots on target per 90, they're at a 4, which is a 4.07, just right one spot above us. We're at 4. You look at their goals per shots on target, and we're in the same area, 32% for us, 28% for them, sort of towards the middle of the table. Possession, there's only 2 teams in the league that are below us in possession. Charlton's one of them. The model of their system is defense first and will be efficient with our opportunities. And it's sort of doing its thing, and it's working for them. So to me, this is a polarizing game to try and do a score prediction, because it's AWNG and Dave. Yeah, I'm just happy that the kid's got some money for school. He's taking care of his own university obligations. This game has like 2 feels to it, and I don't think this is a Charlton has an opportunity for a blowout win, but this is either a close, tight battle that'll end in a draw or a Charlton win, or it's us getting on the front foot and giving them the business and walking away with like a 3-1 win. And I don't have an in-between on this thing. I don't know what your thoughts. If you thought score prediction, general output, what you think this might end up looking like?
Yeah, well, I would never dare try to curse us by saying there's no way Charlton blows us out. That's just crazy talk.
Oh, now if it happens, I'm going to get called. I'm going to get called the jinx.
I would say that you'd expect a tight game, a 1-0 or a 2-1 or a 1-1. Like that it's feeling that way, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping it's 2-1 Wrexham, or 2-0. That would be nice.
Yeah, lots of changes to talk about as far as the roster and things to kind of soak in here. I've got the game, and fortunately, I like it when it's on iFollow because I can watch it on my monitor, which means I don't feel like I'm staring up at the moon. I love the TV being above me in the office, but for the purposes of what it looks like optically when I come back on YouTube, it always looks like I'm giving everybody the old Adam's apple. Do you want to jump on to our lineup and run through what that's going to look like? 6-3 sure. It is, it says David Wood. Put money on that and see you'll win some cash for sure. So no changes in the back. Obviously, Ogonko EFL Championship Team of the Week last week. I did have some debates with some people actually on Facebook about them objecting to. Somebody said, oh, the Birmingham goalkeeper should have had the top spot. And so I look up the stats. He has, yes, he had a clean sheet. No, he didn't have a clean sheet. I think he let 1 in on 4 shots and like a 0.12 XG. Somebody said Preston North End goalkeeper had it and they're biased. So I look up his stats. He let 1 goal in on 5 shots and had a 0.86 XG. Ogonko clean sheet, 7 shots, and it was a 1.56 XG, if I recall correctly. And so certainly had himself a game. We saw that the save to his right for the shot that came around the corner, the reaction save that was more kind of a good position save than it was anything else going across. And so going through the lineup, Cleworth, Heim, Scar. I guess the question there is I look down at the substitutes. I see Doyle sitting there. And John Lane asking the question is opportune. Did Scar earn the starting spot or did Doyle take a knock? What? Oh, sorry. Mark Griffiths just chopped in and I thought, and I don't know if he's.
He used to do that a lot, where he'd be talking to someone and have no idea that the mic's on.
Oh, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he knows he's back. I don't know. It sounded like he was talking to somebody and given sort of the background of the story. I think he probably chopped in halfway through. Anyways, what's your take on that? Scar Doyle, has Scar earned his spot? I mean, he looked good, and I actually thought before the lineup came out it would be unfortunate if he lost his spot. Because he's played so well. And then I thought, it kind of sucks for Doyle when you're penciled in. and you lose your spot because Scar came in and took it during an injury. But Scars look good. So if you're Parky, what do you do here?
Yeah, I mean, if Doyle's at all banged up, then you definitely roll with Scar. He doesn't have the Matty James protection today, so I'm a little more concerned, I guess. But you know, you got to take the training wheels off at some point and see if he can stand on his own out there. And he's been fairly good when he's had to be mobile. He's moved well, I've felt, and covered his position well. So, yeah, again, like I just wonder, how much is this is Chaim? Like, are we not giving that guy enough credit to be able to work with all these different people in the back line and get them for the, you know, unless they make a specific, you know, stupid play when they're out wide. Otherwise, he's like got everyone on the same page, and as a unit, they seem solid.
Well, Chaim, and let's be honest, Clueworth too. I mean, both of them have worn captain's armband so far this year. I was irked when Scar played that guy on side and gave away the goal. Is Matty James protection a euphemism? The outlaw protection. And I take it, Dan Scar, you got to take the training wheels off. We're also talking about a guy who's already had 28 games in the championship for Plymouth Argyle, right? He's got proven capacity. To me, it's a different style. The problem that I have with Dan is if you've got somebody really quick of foot on that right side, his left side, he's got the risk of being crossed up and dummied around, and so. Things through the air, it makes it very hard for somebody who wants to pump in a lot of corners when you've added Dan Scar into the back line. And he's not going to give you a whole heck of a lot pushing things through the midfield. He didn't carry it like EOC did last year. He doesn't have the passing vision, but what he does is he does his damn job right, and it does his damn job well. And that's, if you want a big, burly back line that's going to clear ball and be aggressive in there, he's your guy. So I'm curious to see how this one all boils down, and I guess you've always got covered Doyle's on the bench, and away you go. Issa Kabore dropping in. I'm going to be positive today. I'm going to just say that he had himself a crapper on Wednesday. I'm not going to try to be negative about it. The kid's still got magic in his boot, and he just has to find it. What I don't like, and I'll admit this, is him and Broadhead have sort of the same enigmatic qualities. Their ceiling is very high, and when they are on, they can be game changers, and they can create opportunities out of nothing. They can be an absolute catalyst towards the game, look like world beaters. And then they can play two games where you might as well have put an orange cone in their position, and it would have had similar effect and quality. That might be a little bit aggressive, a little bit too much, a little bit hyperbolic, but Broadhead is going in and out of the lineup, maybe because Windass is performing so well. So in Kabore, I mean, we haven't really seen Barney get the chance other than the cup game. Maybe there's a feeling there's a divide in the quality, but I think if you're going to give Broadhead plug and play to try and get him fired up, don't you have to do the same with Kabore? Circus atmosphere today could make things more interesting. Always the comment from Charlton, and they've had scarves today, United, and I thought that was a good thing. If you remember last year when we went to Charlton came up with half and half Wrexham Charlton scarves, and that was their attempt. And their chief operating officer even admitted it on a podcast. It was their attempt to try to capture the peripheral fans and bring them in. Try and make a buck off of the Wrexham magic. What's your take on Kabore? I mean, I know you're a Barnett fan in a massive way, and so what's your take on Kabore, Barnett, and what should happen there?
The move was to yank him last game, like that was the focus. Like, I could see you starting him today after yanking him there to try to say, okay, I'll give you another chance, but. I think this is just awful that he didn't do anything in the last game, and he's still rolling with them. Yeah, don't like it at all. Not that he's not the better player. That's not the point. But I think it does potentially send a message to the rest of the team that you can, depending on who you are, you can just really, 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 really suck, and I won't take you out of a game. That's not good.
And I'm okay with him coming in. I mean, the issue will fall to Parkey again. If Kabore does have an amazing game, he looks brilliant, and that's the right call, is because he's got the high ceiling. But at the same time, Parkey's got to manage the game better. It's my only criticism I have of the man, and let's just hope he does. Midfield, there's a lot to talk about here. I mean, up front, let's just do that one because that's easy. We can get out of the way. Broadhead's in, Moore is in, and as you identified before, that's to give Windass just some time off. So we'll see. Dave's got a question here. Are we settling into mid-table with higher hopes, or are there some who still think relegation is a real threat? I'll put that into a poll a little bit later on, and we'll revisit that. But the midfield, I mean, Sheaf, Dobson, Thomason. Okay, so no Matty James. He's on the bench. No O'Brien. He's on the bench. Thomason, he's been fascinating to me because when he's been on the pitch and starting, he's looked very capable. I wouldn't say exceptional, but he is your steady midfielder who will give you, slightly above average quality in the midfield at the championship level. And he does the job. Sheaf, again, Matty James-esque as far as defensive play, maybe not quite the passing. He's going to try to be the defensive cover. I still think he's got utility in the back. Dobson, fascinating with Dobson. Another polarizing discussion piece with him because there are people who legitimately believe he's in the running for Player of the Year category. And then there are players like me on the opposite end of the spectrum who say, I don't think he's even in our top 5 for our midfield. But he's not going to give you any offense. And so that's when I look at this lineup, you know what I'm expecting, and this is maybe because it's a possession battle, because both teams don't really do a lot of it. Is we're going to see 10 men back and 2 up front, and Moore and Broadhead are just going to be asked the question: create something out of nothing and do your thing, and hoping that the wingers can help them out. And I just see where we're at. As to settling, did you have thoughts on that midfield?
I'm just wondering, at what point do you give Rathbone a shot? Like, I don't know if he's still dinged, and I don't know how long it takes before they have confidence that he's back where he used to be. But he seems to be the guy I would replace O'Brien with, right? Like, if I'm saying this is this guy's sub, if you're pulling O'Brien, I'm thinking Rathbone. And to see O'Brien not out there, and knowing you're going with Thomason and Dobson, I'm concerned. If Kabore doesn't have an awesome game, or Longman, like maybe Charlton's not great defensively on the wings, and we think that that's where we'll be able to create, because we're not creating up the middle. That's for sure. We know Broadhead doesn't work hard enough to go get the ball and bring it up. So we're just like, are we going to get any chances? Are we, I know how much you love the touches in the box. I'm worried that we don't even get a handful the whole game. So I think you do have Broadhead in. He seems to be a finisher. If you can get him the ball in any chance, strong likelihood he puts it on net, giving you a really good chance. So you got the guy in a small number, if you're going to have a small number of chances, he's the guy to have in. But I just don't know we're going to get him service. So
yeah, and it's going to be an interesting one to watch. Let's ask this first question, and I'll throw it out there for the chat. I don't know if I can do a poll because there's too many combinations, but maybe we'll keep track, and if we can narrow it down by the half, we'll put something together. But if you were to say what your starting 3 midfielders would be, if everybody was healthy and everybody was performing in their role, as far as top of their ceiling, where do you think that they're going to be? What's your top 3 look like? And for me, it's interesting that you see O'Brien and Rathbone as being interchangeable. I see them as being the 2 up front of the 3 that are in the midfield. O'Brien on the left, Rathbone on the right, and then who do you have in the back? And to me, it's Sheaf over Matty James, and Dobson, Thomason. Who am I missing in the midfield here?
James.
James, yeah, Matty James. They all slide in out of that. So I'm curious what your thoughts are. If you had your top three, who are they?
Yeah, I mean, unless they're a powerhouse offensive team and you kind of switch into a hustle or defensive team, I would rather have the Windass O'Brien combination to try to get the ball, be threatening enough to get the ball up the middle to Broadhead and Moore. So yeah, and then I'd go with Sheaf in the back, presuming, we think our back three is solid.
Throw your comments in the thing. Hit the like button down below. We're getting closer to game time. 4 minutes away here. Just as an aside, interesting development internationally for those of you Canadians. The international window next weekend, so we're going to take some time off to be able to enjoy that. But we just played Middlesbrough, and their centre back, Alfie Jones, 28 years of age, born and raised in England. But he has been, because of his of a maternal grandmother, I believe it's maternal grandmother, can play for Canada. And so he's signing up, and that's another call-up between him and Marcelo Flores, who was unhappy in Mexico with the treatment he has had, signed his paperwork. He's moved to Canada. The North gets stronger in the lead up to the World Cup, and so that's going to be exciting. 3 minutes away. Did we get score predictions finalized? You said 2-1, 1-0. Did you want to jump on one? I'm going 1-0. I think this is going to be a ho-hum, frustrating game. So I'll say it's a 1-0 us. And on the discussion on relegation, I don't think it's being an option. The question for us is we need to make hay here now in November and the early part of December. Is can we get into that 8, 9, 10 spot?
The next 5 or 6 games are players, are teams between our current position and playoffs. So all of these games are opportunities to hold someone else in place and catch up 3 points on them. So we got to do more of that, more winning these next 6 games.
We're going to take the time, Veterans Day, Armistice Day, Remembrance Day, whatever you call it, on Tuesday. They're going to do their ceremony here. The wreaths are out in the middle of the pitch. I didn't bring my poppy. It's sitting downstairs. And for those from the UK who have never seen a Canadian or North American poppy, I far more stylish than what's going on. The UK needs to improve their poppy game. I know James McLean won't care about it, but that's just my take. So moment of silence coming. I'm going to embrace that. We'll embrace that on our end. Be right back. That's that. So the revelry is officially something different. Now it's been England and in Wales heard a different thing. I find that fascinating that there's a difference between. Do you know, Brendan, in the U.S., the second half of that? Have you heard that before?
No.
No. Hi, Munchkinhead. We're going to have a visitor for the start of this one. I'm watching when people are listening, so we're going to have to be quiet about, okay? If you want to talk to somebody, you can say hi to Brendan if we get started. Let me show you him. There he is. Brendan, Blue Man said hi.
Hey, how are you?
He said, how are you?
Yeah.
Oh, you cannot hear. Here, you can listen to Brendan in the background. There you go. Oh. You watch football with me?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, just for a little bit.
I'm in school.
Okay, you do that.
I don't hold it.
And after that, you're just 5 minutes. Okay, we're underway. Wrexham going from left to right on your computer screen. Glorious day, it looks like. In Wrexham as we're going towards the top end, long ball down. Moore can't get to it. Kabor, and it's going to be for us to throw in 18 yards out, taken quickly, gets it to Dobson. And we're going to recycle and look. Hey, we're a possession team today. Novel. Dobson, broadhead. Oh, that giveaway. Just threw that back and moved that a little off. Like moving all the way forward, left hand side. Sonny Perry moving it into your box. Shot, big save off the Hoff, and O'Gonquil has to get that one. Skipped off the deck, grabbed it, or snapped it rather with his left arm, and was able to get it on the ball. That was a dangerous shot.
Max has to do better with that. That was too good of a shot.
Decent, snaps to the inside, takes the shot, doesn't get there, and O'Gonquil diving to the left. Bottom left arm extended.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks. Chatham, so I'm missing too much going on. A new host of sponsors. Like button down below. We're going to get a corner from the right hand side. Right footed in swinger. Carey going to take it. Low, driving, pumping ball near post, headed up. Moore's going to try and collect it. Can't get to it. Broadhead does after it's missed three. Can we get a counter going? That's the stuff I like with Broadhead. He's snaky in the middle of the pitch. He's able to maintain possession just by juking out a player and keeping the ball at foot. Sort of fortunate there is Tola came forward and tried to get to it and missed the opportunity. Moore misses it. Longman can't get to it. It's collected, and it's going to go back to Kaminsky. Racecourse sounds like it's just starting to warm up. Oh, you just picking your nose? I don't have a wipe. How about you go get toilet paper, clean your hands, and then you go cuddle with Mama? Yeah? Spencer's in there too. Love you. Sorry, guys. That's priorities. There you go. Oh. Longman draws it all the way back the wrong way, but we'll take that and control possession as it's Hyam on the left, Star in the middle. Kluwer's going to grab it. I think that's the appropriate move. We got the faster player out there, and the door's been left open. Ugh. 3 minutes in, looks like it's going to be, I mean, there's not much between the sides. We haven't got anything down offensively for an opportunity, but possession and battle through the midfield. They come forward through the middle of the pitch. Carey, he's been everywhere already. In 3 minutes, I've said his name like 4 times. Snaps it over Fola. Right shot, right footed shot, easily collected. That one's just a stat pattern. Soft little dribbler towards O'Gonquil, and he's able to grab it. Let's get something moving the opposite way here and make it down the entire length of the field here. And Dave, I didn't ask how's the Tri-Cities Vancouver Giants game? Oh, bad back pass back. Thomason. That's two mistakes. First with Broadhead on the back pass. Now with Thomason with a bad back pass, and Kabore comes back defensively and saves it on the goal line for a throw. You can't put him on the front foot. You give them the ball in the middle of the pitch, going on a turnover on a giveaway. Put it right on their feet. They just come at you downhill with numbers, and that's twice that we've dodged a bullet. Sheesh. This is supposed to be our defensively capable midfield, right? Cross. Too heavy. I wonder if they ever focus on passing in training. The nerves. Why do I feel nervous? I just unintended rivalry, unexpected measuring stick game. I mean, both teams coming up. We had a horrible game last year. I think it was in Charlton was the first one. Though it came in the 0-0 draw or whatever it was. I remember that being frustrating. And then the game that we absolutely dominated Charlton towards the end of the season. So you'd like to see. When you got a team down, keep them down. Tie them. Scar in the middle, looking down the pitch. Press is on, if you've noticed, Brendan. Broadhead, got it up to Kabore, and it was misplayed there by Campbell, and Kabore on the run. It almost took him a few seconds to realize he had the space. Gets it over. Chief Thomason, take the shot. He blocks, and he's got a curl 18-yard box, left out, Logan misses it. I will take that. Was it just me, or did Kabore look like a car that stalled on the line? He started to get going and then kind of had a hitch step and gave Campbell the opportunity to catch up. Did you see that as well?
I agree with you. Sometimes he, when he's with the ball, he doesn't have breakaway speed. He seems good getting back, but he doesn't have that extra gear going forward.
I don't disagree with you on that assessment. Kept it on the throw in. Longman's in a battle down on the opposite side. That's Nibs over there. Either they've readjusted their midfield or the thought knob's way off because they've got Carey and Nibs sort of in different positions. Hugo's here. Denise checking in. Giselle. Close spot at 5-2. Last 10 minutes. Spicy junior hockey. There's nothing better than watching a whole bunch of 17, 18, 19-year-olds being part of each other. Water? Why are you playing with water? Okay. I'm going to have to go check if the water's turned off. Reached in the pocket.
That was a hard takedown. Wow, that wasn't even close. Glad they gave him the card on that.
Well, it's interesting. You say, Mr. I obviously didn't see it because I've got a chat, but
Kabore got taken out pretty harshly. Late, mostly body. Yeah.
Late thigh, not an obvious goal scoring. So the only question you have is that serious misconduct, right? Violence. Well, that's the concern I have. I might actually just take a moment because that correspondence gave me concern.
Good pressure.
We're okay. The dangers of a 3-year-old running around the house while mom's having a couple extra minutes of nap.
I always like seeing Max come forward. He does a pretty good job with
There's not much to fault about Max's game. Early in the season, he got into trouble where positionally he would just not read players. Like his defensive awareness wasn't perfect. It got him into a couple of position issues.
Yeah, but it doesn't get talked about enough. He makes good, confident passes coming forward. He's very decisive. They give him space. He takes the space and then forces them to address him, and then passes it to someone who can do something. So.
Down the middle of the pitch, Moore with it into a battle with Jones. Gets around him, goes to the ground. The referee, it was a bit of a flop, late drag down, trying to eke something out. Southampton goes up on Sheffield Wednesday 1-0. Pumped down the middle of the pitch by Charlton, left there for Olawale to run into it. He's got Longman on him. Is it going to go out? Who's banged it off and hits the post? It's going to be throwing the post, the flag, the corner flag, throwing from the corner. Well, that's just it. What is it, Steely? Like, if you were to drop him into the World Cup and have him play, is he going to pick his game up to Messi? Just because, not immediately, but he seems to just be, I call it Outlander, Highlander. He plays and another save, an easy one by O'Connell, another stat pattern. He's made 3 saves already. Kabore with it. Through the middle, Dobson presses on left. He's his first man. Broadhead, there's an outlet. Gets it to Dobson. He's looking for options. Switch is going to be on. Go far side to time. What's the curse of being bigger and badder, right? Is more stands into it. And or I find it all flopped a lot, especially in the League One season. But Moore seems to another giveaway. Kabore, and here they come downhill, all Olawale, switching for options, and Longman comes back. And nice little tackle. Selectively choose opportunities to try and draw a foul and flop. He's not a good enough actor. He doesn't get any love. And I'd like to see him fight a little bit more to make it. They're going to hold on. They're going to clutch you. And you're going to grab. The foul doesn't call him whether you go to ground or otherwise. Save the energy on busting through rather than hitting the deck.
That soft was so flop. I thought that so soft that flop.
I thought he got his foot around and got the ball. I know you're not supposed to go through the back of the man. He didn't go through the back. He was, but I thought he just simply put his right foot around and clicked that one away. Much love for W&G. We kind of talked about it before. I'm okay because of the ceiling of him starting the match. The question that I have is, if he's having an off day, are you going to get him out? Wow, that was a great long ball forward. Holy, ask the question. Was that Scar? No, that was Heinlein to come back late. Almost didn't get there. That ball from about 40 yards away almost peeked up over top onto a streaking Charlton player. The question asked, time not the quickest of foot, it seems. Far post, and O'Donnell runs up and flex and goes the other way. Broadhead has touched the ball twice, once in support up front with Ward when he had that little breakthrough, and then he had another touch as an outlet for Kabore 35 yards away from goal trying to break out. Dobson with it, spins towards the middle of the pitch, pass forward. There he is, Broadhead coming back as an outlet again. Slid over. Chief. Over to Hyam. Across the midfield stripe. Up to Longman. He's got the touch. Got Thomas there. Whoa. Straight sky pass. I don't know what that was. He clearly didn't make contact with the ball as was intended. Just scooped it to the moon. The only thing that we've yet to see from Mad Max is his set piece, grubby, find the ball goal. Bad first touch by Moore there on a pass forward. He gives it away. He goes the other way. The efforts there, we're missing on some some first touches. When we do get things settled, we are finding a way to break them down slowly. We're like 63% possession here. If anybody wants to hit the panic button. Another giveaway on a pass through the middle of the pitch. That was Scar looking for, I believe, that was Thomason. Here they come the other way. Coventry over the right hand side. Ramsey, he's moved way up from his defensive position. Carey, left hand side. Gillespie, 35 yards, 20 yards out. Over on the left hand side, Campbell. Lots of black jerseys forward. Blueworth leaning on his man, so his man flops. Blueworth's got an opportunity. Throw in for us.
That
Jones, that was
actually a really good defensive play. That could have gone bad with the high bounce. Moore could have tipped that forward and been in. Although he's way too far away to carry it home, but still.
It would have been interesting to see him trying to run an open space with a defender on him, but that was the tricky part of it, and where you have to give credit to Jones in defense, right? Because he skied up there and timed that perfectly on a bounce. Oh, I saw that, and there was a brilliant attempt. Look at Dobson on the right-hand side and Broadhead on the outside of his right foot, trying to make a long pass to cut through the middle to a wide-open streaking Dobson. Just missed him. Holden, there you go, play the advantage. Go Dobson over right-hand side. Kabore, give me a cross, sir. Beat Campbell. He's taking him on. 9 yards out, stepping over top towards the goal line. Crosses there. Didn't get it high enough, and it's down. Kluwer's now with it. He's at 19 yards out. Swings it towards the middle of the pitch. Sheaf. Thomason. Sheaf. Running through. Come on, lads. Charlton just pressing, pushing, and now we're all the way back to that midfield straight. Kabore, can he beat Campbell again? Campbell hits grab, but Kabore steals the ball. Well done. Broadhead. A whole bunch of people standing right on the 18th outside the area. Into Moore knocks it down, has it free. Max! Oh, Kluwer with the opportunity and a great save by Kaminsky as he looks to try to chip that into the top right corner.
Their wing back is awful. He kept Max on side there. Shouldn't have.
You're right. That wasn't their wing back. That was their forward, Ola, who was all the way back. I was thinking the same thing, John. I wanted that goal so bad. The only criticism, if you're going to have it, hold on, short corner Dobson, he's got it. Far post header! Oh, just missed it. Not enough on it. That was Hyam all the way up there on the far post, had the opportunity and just didn't get enough on the pump. Brendan, what's your take on the shot from John? Says not a bad shot. Well placed. Would you have taken just pump the hell out of that one and see what happens?
No, I like the quick. He was able to strike it hard enough. Yeah, I would rather the quick shot than he takes too long to set a shot up. He wouldn't have got it off clean. So.
Ola, that's number 37. That's the one of the strikers who had come back. He's got the ball there and gave it to Campbell, and he's going to move it forward. Nibs, haven't said his name yet. Campbell with it. Ola moving it down. Carey, who seems to be floating all over the middle of the pitch over the right-hand side, and that was Ramsey. Drew it up, gets back. Jones, who's got Gillespie on the left. Jones searching, Broadhead walking forward. Gillespie. It's a new challenge. I love that. I'm gonna fall and pretend I'm foul, grab the ball or land on it with my hand and force the official to either give me a card or just call a free kick and a foul the other way. Rum and Middlesbrough draw. Interesting. You wouldn't want Middlesbrough to take that one? That's also subversive. Oh, I love it. Back to the action. Drawn back, and it's going to be Jones looking to build up for Charlton. I am nice, well framing out the attacker Oluwafe. This is now going to be the thing. How do we beat the all caps? I'm going to get message redacted like crazy through the chat. Logonko, another short ball. We're gonna be that team now who builds up through the back. Lots of space. The press is gone. They had it for about 3 to 5 minutes there. I guess 5 through minute 10. Haven't been pressing since this question. Here's the long ball searching over top. Broadhead would have been on side had he played that. Doesn't matter. He wait along the 18-yard box. Did he get the corner? He gets the corner.
I think we were starting to figure it out more and more, and then they just decided they're better off settling back and playing counter.
Yeah. Dobson walking towards the corner flag to take this.
This is. I'm worried about this. Dobson's
Have we seen Dobson corner? Well, this is going in the back of the net. You know it's going in the back of the net. I don't think we've ever seen Dobson take a right-footed in-swinger from the left-hand side. Fascinating. This is either going to be absolute glory or we're going to wonder what the heck's going on. I'm not the coach. That's why, John Lane. I'm not the coach. Here comes. Actually, that's not bad service for a post, but too heavy. I thought that was going to be.
No, that was bad service. That was so much better than I expected. I expected it to be skied even worse, but
yeah, it was right at that 6-7 yards away from goal, just further enough that if you asked the keeper the question, is he going to come out and go and get it? The problem was maybe a little bit too much weight or a misfire with somebody in the middle of the box who couldn't get over to it. Anyway, it's going to be a throw in for the bad guys.
There looked like no effort to get there, which means he was supposed to be a lot closer, which means he was way off.
Yeah, so heavy, but I like the shape and I like the location. He just needs to settle down. Over enthused on the corner. Scar has it, returns it quickly. Moore loses the battle in the middle of the pitch, and Campbell has it, thumps it down. Pull off it, running forward. Nice. Scar to Kluwerth. He settles it down, advances it forward, and the maw and paw defense between Dobson and Kluwerth. I'll take it, you take it, and that'll go out of bounds. Again, that's his resting face. And that's just the Trump look. Pull up with it, 2 yards out, hits it too heavy, and that'll be a kick for us. He hasn't looked good. Pull up. 18 years of age though. Moxie and jump, but the touches just aren't there. Well, Gonko's sending the troops forward. He likes to thump one this time. Nope. Short to Kluwerth. Kluwerth is going to thump it on a switch. Moore gets a head on it, gets it to Longman. Longman back to Moore, 18-yard box. So not a lot of space there as Ramsey closed quickly. Longman draws it back. This is where to now. Crack the nut. Nothing, so we're going to draw it all the way back, middle of the pitch. Try again. Crack the nut. Longman streaking forward. Give him some space, Broadhead. No, don't give him space. Left footer. Dobson thumps it. Deflection, and it's just going to roll harmlessly. I feel like this is going to be the game. We're going to be sitting on 18 to 25 yards out looking for things, and it's going to be our defensive-focused midfield and Thomas and Dobson and Sheaf. Man, their setup is all wonky on. They say we're running a 3-4-1-2 right now. It's nowhere close. Uh-oh. Wola just got past Dobson. We're busting through into the box. Left-footed cross. Oh, Gonquo with a massive save from 16 yards out. Wow. An absolute bullet. Fortunate that it was in the area that he could get to it, but he was asked a question and he had an answer. Was that a Max giveaway? And a Dobson missed tackle. And it just ended up being Campbell going downhill quickly. He got the cross around. The initial cross doesn't land. It gets deflected back and it goes out 17 yards. Just stepped into it on Gonko with a beauty. Wow. Wow. Even in slow motion, I can't follow that save. It was so fast. Well, Gonko wants a Goalkeeper of the Month award. Ciao belle. Gustavo's here. Welcome, my friend. Charlton's quick counters, that's basically it. I mean, we're not helping them with some of the giveaways. And maybe give credit to them for the takeaways. And it's interesting. We're in that the inverse of how we usually play and how we see other teams take us on is they try and break us down, try and break us down, try and break us down. Sheffield Wednesday gets one back. The request there from Denise. We need a Gandalf, thou shalt not pass.
I was looking for it. I have no idea where it is.
Red kid. Broadhead's going to take on the whole team. And he goes over to the left-hand side. Can he get to the ball? He can't. Just a little bit too far. So he's going to turn it around, draw it back, and here we go. Now we have to crack the pass. Oh, Kabore, right-hand side. Moore, he had him there and just missed on the opportunity as Gillespie comes back and heads that one away. The best way to crack a nut is more touches in the box. Kabore. Cross. Moore can't get to it. Gillespie with a header. Broadhead headed it down. Tried to get that one over to Sheaf and missed it. I don't know why I have such a thing against Brody, but come on. Be better than Brian. Roddy. You're saying different positions. I mean, I guess Broadhead could slide into the midfield. Chief chips drop up over to Moore. Can he get it settled down? It's bouncing in his feet, and he takes a whisk. Swing and a miss as he gets it off the back left heel. And it scoops out harmlessly over to the right-hand side. And I think that just went for a harmless goal kick. Look at all those beautiful scars in the crowd. I need more metaphors besides crack a nut, but is that what it is? Kaminsky. Bobson comes back, collects the ball. Well done by him. Gets it over to Sheaf, who collects it, Hyam, and now we have more possession. I'm afraid to look at the possession stats. No chance. Jasky, no chance. He's not even getting full minutes in League One with Wigan. I mean, it's unfortunate, and I just think that the injuries in the collection of them over 2 seasons ended up being too much for him. And so, very serviceable guy in League One, League Two, absolute legend and hero for the Reds. But wow, John, did that upset? 61% possession for Wrexham. That's crazy. Sub on at the half, for Broadhead. The thing is when he has it, he can create it out of nothing. And I don't think it's been that deplorable. And thrown in Clueworth. Well, Max Clueworth. In my area, let me just collect the ball and run it out into safety. And then a little bit of a lazy pass. Well, not so much. The pass was decent. Longman was a little bit lazy to run onto it, and Longman has to come back and save it. It gets cleared, and Charlton has it. 1-1, Middlesbrough and Brum. Bree. That's the first time I've said his name. Didn't even know there was a Bree on the pitch. I prefer Camembert myself. All different. Charlton with it, danger territory, brought all back, and that was a potential goal-saving clearance. They had a player right in the middle 18-yard box and lined up wide open to take a. He was lining up the shot too. I think was that Longman who got back and cleared that away, or Thomason. Whoever it was, give him credit. Ramsey running with it. Oh, I thought there was going to be a foul in there for holding his hand without consent. BST Legends, yeah. Dobson forward. Oops, slide that one nice. All the way through to Sheep. He leaves it there. Thomason, Longman, Sheep over on the left-hand side. Now Sheep with the ball. Dobson towards the middle. Hewitt is going to add support for Ore. Right-hand side. He's got Hewitt as an outlet. 18-yard box taking on his man Campbell towards the goal line. Stops. Not there, so he's going to stare at him again. Standing, staring, looking at him towards the line. Kluwer there as an outlet. He's going to draw it back. Max is going to give it back. And that's going to go for a corner. We'll take it. Is it going to be Dobson from the opposite side too, or are we taking out fingers from the right side? Dobson, Hooters, Thomason. Thomason taking corners from the right side, Dobson from the left side. It's a good game, Brendan. Like, I'm enjoying it. The effort there, got no questions on that, and I guess that's an upside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. Sorry, I cut you off.
No. I like our. I like that we're taking chances. I like that we don't just pass it around. I mean, we have a lot of possession, but we're trying to be productive with it.
Corner went curled over 2 yards away from the far post. Moore had only opportunity for him was headed back towards goal. He did that, gets the ground and gets clear, and Thomason with a nice play there. GDS, possible, right? Like he got him more with thigh than he got with feet. You call it serious foul play, violence. It was an orange. I could just see a yellow, red going either way. Lots of space for Kabore. Dobson, outlet. Max comes out. He's got support. Forward to Dobson. They're looking for Kabore. Oh, nice little dummy there by Dobson as he pulled full in, goes out. Opposite side. Couldn't get there. Longman racing for the header. It's collected, driven back in. Moore still on it. He's got. Who was that? Coventry who came back and grabbed that. I know everybody's panicking, 63% possession, but we're on it. It's just about cracking that nut, getting more touches in the box, finding a way, a lucky bounce up and scored out, and bury an open opportunity. Is we're in the mix. They're trying to kill me. Find a way to get it in the back of the net for me. It's a sprint. Not very often do you see Kabore get out sprinted as Campbell. Wow. He's got another gear. Separation from Kabore on a short split, and that's going to be a pretty kick. Too much of this for Max Kluwer. Too much muscle. Leaned on his man. That's one of my favorite comments from John. They're trying to kill me. "35 yards, maybe even more than that. They're going to be looking to chip this one across over towards the far post, the right post. Everybody lined up 18 yards just on the outside of the area, and they're going to draw it towards the middle and set everything up. Here it goes, opposite side. Jones looking for a header. Can you ask Mama?
he said no, no, no.
Can you talk to Mama, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, I'm up and say I need to call Dad's baby.
Yeah, but
I know, so tell Mama. I'll tell Mama. He's not happy. He's not happy that Dad's supposed to be there to help the little one, the big brother. Goalies. Campbell with it, left-hand side, curling Clueworth out there to watch him. Draws it back, and this is going to be Coventry. Coventry and the Carey kind of elect where they want to be in the middle of the pitch. Rotating sides back and forth. Playing catch with Campbell. Coventry again, left-hand side. Dobson on a 18-yard box stab forward and just mistouched. And everybody dropped their controllers for a bit. 6 players, three Coventry players, 3 Wrexham players, and the ball sort of stops there. And it was you could have done a count of 3 before somebody cleared it out. Ends up being thrown for us. I'm good with this. This is another game. The effort's not in question. It's going to come down to somebody creating a moment, one side or the other. Nobody's having a crapper. Uh-oh. Left footer drawn in. It's still right there. Left foot. Oh, crossbar. Scramble play, and I'm going to have to deal with this.
I will fill in while Sean's out. Wrexham on the counter. Ball's out wide. Longman looking for a spot. Puts it on. Ooh. Weak towards keeper.
Oh, around Campbell. Well done. Goal line. Draws it back. Oh, it was so close to being glorious. He just ended up. I mean, you're in a situation where you no eyes in the back of your head. You just hope when you find red when you do the cutback pass there. But we got an opportunity. Thomason, right footer, Lurch searching and can't find a red body and just floats harmlessly to finish. Kabor's doing well. Kabor's doing well today. I can't criticize him. And I go back to the earlier comments that I made. He's got the higher ceiling, so you put him on there. I don't have an issue with Kabor except when he's off. It's part he has crap days, and when he has a crap day, then the option is go to Barney or Longman. Well, that's a foul, and that's going to be a yellow for sure. I don't know what he was doing. Like, what are you complaining about? Checking in and becoming a sponsor. Thank you. You can do that, by the way. Down below, there's a little button. Hit the like button. That's free. That's easy. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't, so you can join the chat. And you can for $1 a month, you get the little icon and all the recognition and love that comes with helping out, paying the restream bill and what other bills in there? Sub Magic. Pushed forward, knocked down, cleared by Moore, but not really thumped and should be collected by Coventry. But Longman's putting a challenge in on it, and he goes and earns himself extra possession. Oh, that's a card.
Yeah, there's nothing about that that's a football play. How did they not card that?
That has to be yellow. He just got upset that he got outplayed and outworked, so he reaches around and just throws Longman to the ground with 2 hands. He's just going to get a stern talking to. Oh, shit. That's what that was. Well, the standard has been set. If you're upset at anything and you just want to give away a free kick, you throw your arms around the man, turf him to the ground, and That's football. Moore tried to find Broadhead. It's been a little bit unfortunate. A couple of those bounces off the turf go one way or the other, and somebody's open, and we got danger in space, and well done. Was that Broadhead coming all the way back? Who was that? No, that was Chief. Give him credit. Is that ball too heavy? It's going to go for a goal kick. Scold them again. That'll teach them. Hey, it worked for us when we were in elementary school, right? Compete with the principal. You're a bad kid. Don't be doing that. Okay. Tested down more. Broadhead. He's dancing forward outside the area. Left footer wide by about 2 yards. Moore gives him a little bit of come on. Come on. Can't give them the yellow. They're not wearing our colors. Jones.
Dave.
You must be ahead of me with that wowie.
No, I said Dave.
Hey! An autograph photo. You want an autograph photo? I will send it to you. I don't know. There's certainly no value in that. Kabore going through right footer. Opportunity far post. Longman into the area again. I was going to say no pressure, but if this goes into the back of the net, then Dave Foster's got to throw 20 quid in or 20 bucks in more often. Oh, the flag went up? When went the flag? It's not offside there. Not offside there. It's got 3 defenders back. 4 defenders back. Could have been no flag on that one, but somebody says there was. This is just a lean on them and find something kind of day, isn't it? And hope that you don't get counter punched in the mouth. Ololafe moves it forward, scooped up, finds the head of an open Charlton player who plays it forward, and we're just going to look for a clear as a little scrambling on the left wing. Moore can't control it, bounces. Ololafe comes back, scramble play, stab forward, nice by Scar, knocked down, and Thomason and Dobson settle it down in the midfield, and away we go. Did they make the goal smaller when I wasn't looking? This just in. We're an improved defensive team because it's in 6 inches on each side. I wish Longman was someone better than Longman. It's amazing to me. It's like O'Brien. You just have people who around the net have the yips, and Longman's definitely he's more service than he is finish. Kluwerth dancing 19 yards out looking for an option. Kabore went, not an option. Go to Dobson, back to Kluwerth. Kluwerth looking at Kabore. He's going to cross it. And Moore tries to flick that one in and missed.
I wish Longman was someone better than Longman.
The Swedish national team. No finish. No, I can't find it, Stephen. My wife is hidden it. I gave her wind that I was going to wear it again, and now I can't find it. Marble top. Max with it. Oh, we're getting Mark Griffiths singing Culture Club. Not something I expected on a Saturday morning. Oh, a nice pass by Ramsey forward. Spun around and well defended by Hyam. And are we gonna eke possession out? No, it's gonna be stabbed away. But Hyam took away an opportunity there and it skips through and it's gonna be a goal kick for us. Well, something will happen in the January window. The question will be the scope and the scale, right? And I think the scope and the scale is dependent on how close we get over the next 4 or 5 weeks here, playing against teams that are slightly above us on the table. If we peek our way into being around it, I think you could see a big move or two. I can't rely on that anymore, John. This is the team we have. Did Moore take a shot to the nose? Clearing things out. He is on the sub bench, and John says it has an interesting comment there. Would like us to drop Hardy. He's too expensive to never use him. But you're a bit of a Hardy fan. How did Max do that? Max puts his arms behind his butt and gets his head low enough, bending over to get his head on it to eke out that possession and take the ball away. He got so low that everybody assumed that it was a handball. It couldn't have been his handball. He had his hands in his back pocket. 1 minute of added time. We'll have it here as we go on a run. Dobson looking for something late. Looks for more on the far side. He had the inside shoulder, but the ball just a little bit too much. Broadhead is a nuclear weapon. He sits dormant, nothing, and then all of a sudden, massive explosion. I guess not like a nuclear weapon. You would like to see more explosions, but you get the drift. I was trying to look behind the cop to see what the scope of the work was, because all the reports are they're doing more work now that they've got the substation, and I haven't really seen anything. Captain random strikes again. That's a half. It's all wrapped up. That went super quick, or at least it felt like it to me. Maybe because more comfortable. The efforts there, I don't have a lot I can complain about. This is just two teams having swings at each other. Us more than them. They've had opportunities for sure. Algonquin's been called on and rung the bell. And perhaps arguably, even though they've had less possession, they've had better chances. But it feels like it's there for both sides. I think both sides will go to half and they've got an opportunity for this one. Brendan, summarize that half for us.
More possession than we used to. A lot of decent effort in passing, just not the results we're looking for.
Yeah, it's. I'm looking at the halftime stats that popped up on the broadcast. Yeah, it's. This is the love that I'm having with FotMob's new addition with respect to bench injured, suspended players. Is we get a weekly update as to where we sit, and Elliot Lee's out until late March of 2026, which basically means with recovery time and where they are at the end of the season, you're not going to expect him anytime soon. Players that will be coming back from injury relatively soon include Harry Ashfield. That's it. We've got 3 players looking for January. Danny Ward, Jane Rodriguez. There's a name we haven't said at all, and who's front. So we'll see where that all boils down. I'm just going to jump to the stats here. Look, 60% possession. That's a championship record for a half, I'm sure. Call another half if we have that much possession. But they've got the higher XG, and that's what I said, the bigger chances. Knock on the door. Bench offs to 7. Both teams are 3 on target. No big chances. I find that fascinating. They hit a crossbar. I guess we have something that qualifies as a big chance. Probably not. The passing 219, so that's well in advance of our keep it up. Our season average is indicative of what happens when you've got more possession. 3 corners to 1 touches in the box. 12-8. So the stats, despite the possession stat being skewed, closer than you think. And 3 shots on target. They've had better quality. Algonquin's had better saves, but it feels like it's there for both teams to chase down. Do you see any surprises in the stats, Brennan?
No. I mean, I thought, again, overall, I was surprised at how active most of the team was. Usually we don't get that many players all playing hard and being active and moving forward. We seem to get just about everyone moving today. Again, though, this is not the group you put out there to score goals. Like,
Yeah.
and that was pretty obvious, right? Like, so.
And so is he going to go for it? And when Parkey decides to make subs, could you see us potentially making a bigger stab at it?
Yeah, I mean, it's all obviously going to open you up. I mean, they're very good. I agree with you. Their chances were much better. They could easily have 2 goals. So, yeah, I mean, if you're going to swap out your defensive team for your offensive team, you're only going to make even better chances. So, yeah, I'm guessing that they're going to make a move at some point, bring in a couple of offensive players, look for that goal, and then park the bus.
I'd like to see Hardy as a sub for Broadhead. I mean, yeah, Witness is on the bench as well, but I think the go-to initially is to bring Hardy in. And I don't know whether Hardy comes in a little bit earlier for even more, right? Smith is sure leading the league in shot, or leading the team in shots, I believe. Last time I checked, despite having almost no minutes. But I think that would be my option. Is I'd like to see what he's got for opportunity. It's been a while, chomping at the bit. So take the stallion and let him out of the barn for a run and see what we can get. A little bit of a distraction, but I'm going to put this one out here. If you're interested, I'm going to post it under my personal. Log into my personal account. Now you guys can go and find that one. But if you, I don't subscribe to myself. Oh, it's not working.
What are you doing now while you're silent?
Something's not working for me. I've had computer glitches the entire day, and what is happening? Here we go. I'll try it this way. I've been trying to think too. What could we put for a sub or for a poll or a question related to the midfielder?
Ask him who should be the first sub.
Who should be the first sub? Yeah, we could. Why do I have a battery low morning? I just charged this whole thing last night. Just wanted to put that out there while during the commercial break. If people wanted to watch it, they could have that and have a look at it. So I'm going to pin that, and then I'll get back to. I mean, feel free to go and have a look at 15 seconds out of your life. Yeah, you look at that chance that they just had showing on the replay there, the crossbar being struck. I think that was the best chance of the match. There was the chance it didn't become, and I still don't know who came back defensively to clear that ball away, whether it was Thomason or whether it was Sheep. But a ball from the right-hand side that was destined and earmarked for a Charlton forward from 18 yards out just to put an absolute cracker into it and mash the shit, and it got interrupted and just the ball displaced the way it went the other way. The other one's Fletcher. So let's put a poll up first. Do we want to do first sub or do we want to do time? When? Who was the first sub in? Barney? No, who do you want? Not who is. because you know who do you want as the first sub in? Barney, Hardy, Windass. I'm going to stay off of the back line just because there's not much there. What's our other option? Brendan, Barney, Hardy, Windass, O'Brien?
Smith, McLean.
Smith? Yeah, do I really think that McLean's coming in? Well, let's put Smith. You put Hardy, you got to put Smith.
Brian, I think you're right. More offense in the middle would be good.
Any harm from looking at the championship table? I don't think there is. John, you're joking. All right. And did you know that was my kids, or you already saw it? 1.2 million views on one ad, 2 million across all things. It's funny that my wife's starting her YouTube channel. She's getting 50, 70, 80 views per video. I get my 800, 1,200 views on a video, and then my kid goes around and says, "Hold my drink." I mean, yes, $500,000 production, but still a fun experience to be a part of, and it's stress not the bad to have to be.
They
Tables
don't
up.
let him keep the snowflake costume, huh?
He'll be fine buying the coffee instead of run. Coventry 0-0. Middlesbrough. That's the game against Brum, which puts them into 11th place. As we try to reel them in, past them, take 3 points here. I just look at this table and you look at 19, and if you win, you get to 22. And you leapfrog a bunch of teams. Obviously, the Birmingham Cup. What's up with Derby County? Since we've played them, and yeah, it was a draw. I believe it was 1-1. It was one of those games where I thought we should have walked away with 3 points on it. And they've gone on an absolute blinder. Hottest team in the championship right now. Climbed all the way from below us. They were close to the relegation zone and flirting with it for a period of time. And now also, so thanks, John. After seeing your wife's channel, I know where my kid got his books. Yeah, there's truth to that. As she says, I said, I must be quite a funny guy. She says, no, I was desperate. I was getting old. It's all about timing. That's what it's all about. Good timing. Going through the rest of the Ipswich Town lead 1-0. They must have Swansea for that one. They keep Swansea 17 points as it currently sits. Pushes them down. Are they looking down? Look at the bottom of the table though. There's already a 4-point divide between the bottom of the table, like the team in looking up just outside of the relegation zone, and the 3 teams that are in it. Bookmark Sheffield Wednesday. Bad ownership will kick them in the cojones. And so that's one spot secure. It's kind of a house for the free pass. And Sheffield United still doing everything they can to go down with them. Can you imagine a world where both Sheffield teams are in the 3rd tier?
I get that can't happen, right? Like,
I can't see it, but I'm sitting here looking at it. How did I
you'd presume Oxford or Portsmouth drops down, but
yeah, Oxford.
maybe both, because I can't see Norwich just rolling over either. Someone's got to come in and kick them in the ass, and then they wake up.
Yeah. Being a big club, being massive doesn't get you anything. You got to go out and you got to play the games, and you got to play. The other surprise, and maybe the biggest surprise for me too, is Hull City. If you look at the top of the table, PNE, yeah, okay, I kind of had them mid-table, and I played really better than I thought they were going to. Coventry, Middlesbrough, Stoke City, if you would have told me they were either of them on the top, I would have been surprised. Millwall, I think that's about where they belong, and probably where they'll end the season, is sniffing around for their playoff spot and trying to find it. But Hull City, Charlton, Derby, what are they doing?
Yeah, not sure. I don't know. Like
That's the other
Hull,
question that we go ahead, Brendan.
we played Hull. I just think they've been, I don't know, but overachieving. We played them early, so maybe they didn't have it all together.
But that was
Like
quick.
yeah, they were good up front, but not surprisingly so. They were just efficient, I guess. Yeah, I could easily see Stoke, Preston, Hull all dropping, including Charlton. Like,
Yeah.
So.
And Leicester City sort of where we are, sniffing around trying to make good opportunity of things and put the wheels back on their season, but they're in NFL. Watford, that's sort of where I expect it to be, is not bad, not good. Just there's a competitive club. Southampton leading right now. Interesting to see where they're at. We've got Ipswich next. So, I mean, you play Charlton, who's sitting in seventh. You got Ipswich, who's now climbed up to eighth. It'll be fun.
Yeah, we have to play Hull, Bristol City, all of them are right ahead of us. We gotta start getting wins. Even today, we barely move up if we get it. Jump 2 spots. So
Speakers, it's the charge and work, and I got to change the volume to set up. Holy, did that end up the last few years? So I didn't catch what you were saying because I got completely smoked with the volume. I was going to say another poll question could be if you were to just pick a positional player or a position that needs to have potentially some support or improvement, where are we looking to improve? Is it again somebody to run with more that's a little bit more consistent? I mean, you've had Windass, you've got Broadhead, arguably you have Hardy. Is it there? Is it somebody through the midfield? Are you unhappy with the wing backs? They're standing over the ball. I'll call it out as we get forward. Rock Baby checks in. How are you? We're still waiting for East Timor to log in. Sign up for if you're from another country, by the way, and you don't see
call it out.
The country, call it out. We've had that running all season long. It's been a while since we've added a new country. So please, if you're just lurking in the background listening to this one, and figure it out. Thanks, Brennan. I didn't know you did commercials. We're underway.
How did it not start for you?
How did what not start for me?
The game.
I just started now. Am I behind?
Yeah, I asked you to call it out.
I just said it started. 45 minutes and 12 seconds. 45:15. 45:20. This is cleared down. And
I'm good.
You're good. I know you're good, but do you have where I'm at in the game? Sorry, just getting my universe set up. Charlton starting with some early possession, trying to change the dynamic, and it's put in Scar. The left foot sets up the clearance. Kentucky in the house. I think we've covered most of the states and all the provinces outside of, and it was awkward. We hit none of it, if I recall correctly, but whoa, that was a right shoulder to the head. He did get him, but it wasn't Chief's fault. That was the guy who ran into his shoulder.
Do you still have the map, or did you lose it in the move?
I do have the map. It's curled up into the corner over in the storage here. Yes, let's make it 3-0. There were a couple of states that we were missing, but for provinces, it was we covered all the provinces. It was the Yukon Territory and the Northwest Territories were outstanding. I think we covered.
Is this what it's going to be? They're just going to lie around
in the ground for
the game.
This Olawafe, not Olawafe. That's Nibs. That's taken 2 shots to the head from Chief. One that he did to himself. That one, oof.
No, it looked like he whipped his head on purpose to overemphasize it, and he probably hurt himself. Yeah, he's
He's
like, get
got.
off the
He's gonna
pitch,
have
you
to go.
goddamn
Like,
faker.
he's gonna have to go off. That was a dramatic. He's gonna be seeing stars. He's smiling.
Yeah. Nips is like, well, I was only faking. Yeah, well, they came out, so you got to go off. It wasn't a major headshot. The ball, he hit the ball, and he whipped his head back in the process when he got banged.
Louisiana. I said that wrong. Free kick anyway. Carey's going to take it 35 yards out. Nolans. He's not going to take it straight in. He's going to instead get it out to Campbell over on the right-hand side. Chip up. Fulla dancing. Both of them on the right-hand side. They're offside and pushed over. And Longman's going to take it and run it up the pitch. Can't get Pat. Campbell takes it. All goes to ground. No call. See, I like that. That's a bit of a shiver, a bit of a forearm. Nothing called there, and it's going to be kicked the other way as Coventry puts it down. Scar down hard. Ogonko got him. A headshot.
No, it lands on his hip, I think.
To Ogonko's credit, have we seen him at the edge of the 18-yard box to go and punch a ball away ever?
No, and when he finally does, he takes out a
the
guy
defenders don't expect it, and he wipes him out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Wrexham.
Great. Now we'll never see him do it again.
Yeah. No, we're going to give him all the credit that he deserves for doing the damn thing. Hey, Gamer, I haven't seen you check in there. It's nice to see you in the chat if I missed you.
I love how Arthur puts his hands up like I didn't do it, like I didn't foul him. He should have caught Scar. Instead, he clears him out and goes, I didn't foul him. It's your own guy.
Given a thump from Ryan Hardy. I missed that one. Swansea draws equal to Ipswich. Even though that brings Ipswich down in the table, I don't know if that would make us very happy. I don't want Swansea relegated. Is that weird? But I do want them to finish 21st. Well, I shouldn't have clicked that one and made it political, but I just did. I don't know about down there, but Trump's really improving our healthcare system up here.
What do you mean it only takes 18 months to get an appointment now?
I've never had a problem with that. But we are being flooded with doctors and nurses. I don't know if it's just a blip, but all the vacancies that we've had are quickly being addressed. It was interesting. There was just talk of some potential work action, and there was a walkout from some doctors at a hospital in Kamloops. And I was like, I bet you that everybody's just like, well, you're just not going to get your job back. Anyway, no more politics because we're on the run. Broadhead, he's got Kabore open on the right-hand side. Kabore, 18-yard box, right-footed, looking across. Desperate clear. Kabore, can you shoot? Because I like the pass, and Kabore, that's his job, is to serve it up. But in that opportunity, when you've got 6 gray jerseys and you're trying to find more through a skip pass through the middle, sometimes I think just put the laces into the ball, thump the absolute tar out of it, and see what happens. Okay, let's do something here and take 3 points. Cloworth stepping in front of his man and eking out an extra possession. It comes forward. Moore 20 yards out. He's going to move it over. Tough pass for Thomason to deal with. Coming back in the battle. Moore's going to come over, add assistance. Longman goes up, takes it. We get possession back. Moore into the ball. Bambi legs. He's tall. He's a Bambi giraffe. I don't know, but he's in there digging. Don't get anything on the first opportunity, and we find some magic. Sheaf, back heel drag, gets it, a pass, squirts loose, and it's going to be cleaned up by Kaminsky. Nothing on that run. Blah. Crowd swells. Volume increases. Love that one. That's a straight UK. Stop faffing about. I think they're titivating more than they are faffing at the moment, but okay. There's some purpose. Thomason going on a run, sets up with Cleworth. How big was that step through over in front by Cleworth? That was a Lewis Brunt special that we don't see very often from him. Well timed.
That was good.
Well timed. Just step in front of the man, grab a possession, and we had multiple opportunities, lots of touches in the box as a result. Hyam finds Longman. He's going to scoop it forward, and I don't know what that was. Like, where was that intending to go? Do you have an idea as to what he was thinking there from that pass?
No.
No. Like, it wasn't going to Moore. It was way too heavy to be for Thomason down that side. I hope so, Bryn. I don't want to be sitting there being like, well, we gave it what we had. Moore wins a throw in. Longman takes it quick, draws it back. Thomason back to Cleworth over on the right-hand side, and he's going to look up the pitch, and he finds Isa Kabore. Dobson drawing back. Recycles the ball through Dan Scar over to Hyam on the left-hand side as the switch is near complete, and we're going to try and advance it again. Free kick for us. You don't see that call very often. And a card? Wow. I wasn't expecting the card. I was just more impressed that he actually called the interference. That was Thomason playing it down, Longman playing it down and then trying to go around his defender. And that's the yellow card that Bree deserved earlier for the hold and throwdown he gets now, as he runs the interference and just jumps in front of Longman and stops him from going forward. So Dobson on set pieces. Right footer, bunch of red lined up on the edge of the area. Don't go heavy again. He seems so straight on the ball here, doesn't he? It's up, far post. Headed, we'll get a corner instead. It's still a little bit heavier than I like. Mark said great ball, and I love the arc. I love the height and the ability to find a head find the ball in the air with your head when it's up at that height, but just a little bit too heavy. But Dan Scar gets it and heads it, smashes a Cleworth player, and it comes the other way. Is that Max? Thomason left foot. I was like, that would make no sense to me. Oh, too heavy, but Moore's there, back. Oh, and it just goes across the face of goal and not in. Put back into the area, and it's headed out. Broadhead's there. He can't get to a handball. Maybe Cleworth misses right footer, and we'll get another corner. How do we not get it in the back of the net on that one? Ah! Moore gets his head on it and just goes skipping across goal. I don't want to even look at this. It was a great ball by Thomason. And why did Scar not put a boot on it or a shoulder or a head, his ass? I don't care what it is. It was right there, and it seemed as almost he was like, I don't want to touch it. Like he was concerned he was going to be offside or something. The color on the broadcast. How's that not got in? I know. Do it right here. Left footer, bullet towards, punched away by Kaminsky. Would have been an Olympico if not stopped. Well, we are swarming, searching in the box, asking questions right now. They all have answers. His Broadhead pushes it through. Pull down. No call. Got the tackle. And now the counter. I see 5 jerseys and red jerseys and 6 black jerseys narrowed down in a bad pass. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is a waste time. At least they're smart enough to know to stop momentum.
Yeah, there's no foul on that one. Tom got all ball. It was such a Kaminsky.
Yeah, keeper timeout. Yeah, it's exactly what you need to do when the other team's all over you, except we don't do this enough. Parky refuses to do this.
Enough, ever. Have you seen Okonkwo gone down and said, oh, I've got a cramp in my toe? I think it's happened once. As this replay.
Yeah, and we've paid for it because of it. Like,
yeah.
Either do a goddamn substitution or do this BS and then and kill the momentum.
What if, when the keeper goes down, because they don't make them go off the pitch, right? They're allowed to stand up and continue. But what if the keeper goes down with an injury, similar to when an outfield player goes down, they have to go out for their 30 seconds or a minute? Why doesn't the team that didn't have the keeper go down not just get the election to say, you know what, he's going off? Jones, go take 30 seconds off.
Yeah, what's the rule?
There is no rule for that, but I think that'd be a nice little rule where it stops, potentially decreases the keeper timeouts, because somebody's got to go off and take their 30 seconds to a minute until they're invited back in. It's not going to really hurt in most circumstances being down a man for 30 seconds to a minute, but it's at least something. Anyway, subs come in for diagonal. Moore got behind Moore, but it's back to Moore anyway. Over to Kabore, swept at 18-yard box. Searching, I'll get back to the sub in a second as Kabore goes towards the line, hits Campbell, and it's going to just get cleared.
No, if we win, we will not be top 10.
I think the highest we can get is 11th, depending on what Ipswich does.
Birmingham, you'd have to still get 3 or 4 goals.
So that was Doherty comes in, and I think it was it Fulla that came out? Anyway, Longman, 18-yard box. He's dancing around his man. 2 people he's sitting there, so he serves it up. Oh, I don't know why Thomason didn't take that. He had the opportunity, but instead he goes towards the middle. Broadhead, right in the middle of this area. Tried to get it on a pass over to Moore through the left. It doesn't get there, and it gets cleared. Lean on him, lads, but find it. Searching. More ball, more us. More time, more opportunity. So far, no love. Dobson around Coventry. Longman, he's going to cut towards the middle. Dancing around, right in front. Right footer! Misses by about 7 feet over the top of the net. Yeah, whatever bad juju you might be holding in your chest, this is the time to, as John says, have your cleansing breath. Must be taking time. I'm sitting there watching. The whistles are coming from dissatisfaction for not playing the ball. Oh, 4th official in between Parkin and Nathan Jones. Just keeping them separated. Flop attempt there, nothing given, so we just take the ball and go the other way. No subs, Parky. It's too early yet. I want to know what was happening on the sideline. They were into it. David is going to end up 6-3. Longman running for it, knocks it down, curls the other way. Bree on him, right-footed, looking for more. Just misses on the delivery. Dobson heads it down, gets it to Broadhead, scoops it forward to Moore. He's going to frame up. Moore, chest, searching. Can't find support from Dobson. Moore still going, and there's going to be a free kick, or we getting a throw in. Oh, Moore got away from it, getting his feet into Campbell, and we'll get a throw in from the right-hand side, 9 yards out. Keep it coming. I don't need to breathe. I'll just keep talking. Cleworth, back to Cabor, 9 yards, cross, bullet. Didn't find anybody, sort of. I don't know, John, who wound who up. Nathan was certainly more dismissive. Ipswich finds it, goes up 2-1. And Parkin was still giving it to him. And it wasn't Parkey, it was Parkin. West Brom and Oxford sitting 1-1. More us. Ogonko having high T in his box. Is Longman towards the goal, looks for it. Cross, far post, too heavy, and Moore can't get there, and it's going to go for a goal cook. Find a thing. I4 Williams trailers. Brought forward. Dobson collects. He's going to recycle all the way back to Ogonko. Here's a question I have if anybody is in the know. I've always wondered with I4 Williams. I mean, massive credit to them when the team was struggling. They're there with the advertising. They've been maintained throughout. Are they keeping them, because I think the club should do this as a reward, keeping them at the regular rates that they paid prior to, because they're not going to be paying Ancestry United rates. Free kick by Moore. First time, maybe you let him get away with it. Second grab, not so much. Third time and stepping on his boots. We'll give the foul then. I'm dreaming of a Welsh Christmas. That would be amazing. Moore has his boot back on, and he's getting back into the mix. But I'm curious if the reward for I4 Williams is the added exposure, but still paying the old rates. And if anybody knows, that would be amazing. Thomason recycles, doesn't like the ball on the spot. So midfield free kick to everybody 20 yards out in a line, delivered over to the far side. Time gets it back into the mix, and it's cleared. Kabore back. Jones heads away. Scar can't get to it. It's just going to be cleared back for Ogonko as everybody resets, gets back to their positions after that sort of missed opportunity, I guess, from the free kick, as nothing really came from it.
Yeah. Moore is not happy with Kabore not running hard. Kabore's been taking a break this half.
Yeah, I see him giving him the business. Mia Roberts identifying that there's movement in the Wrexham subs.
Our wingbacks aren't doing much at all defensively anyway. You might as well, like you can afford to mix it up.
I'm going to change I'm going to stop this poll. Close the poll. And I'm going to, I can't close that poll from there. Dobson with it, right-hand side, Kabore. Nothing there, so he's going to go back to Cleworth. Everybody tends to think that Windass is the one that they prefer. The question that I have is, in this game, do we go 4-3-3? Longman trying to hold team. Teammate gets it over to Moore. Left foot, swing and a miss, and it's going to go harmlessly to the outside. Great pass and a missed opportunity there by Moore in the challenge, not able to get his left foot on it.
Yeah, they are bringing him to clean.
Wow. I get that there's risk with it, and you could expose yourself from the back, but in a game like this where you've had possession, you've had control, and you just haven't cracked it, do you bring in an extra forward and go back to the 4-3-3? McLean's in, O'Brien's on, Thomason's out. McLean gets the armband. Is that Parkey just stirring the drink too a little bit? The game before Veterans Day, and you put McLean out, and he doesn't have the poppy armband, and now you know it's going to get put Wrexham in the media again. I'm sure that's not it. He's
I don't think that's it.
But you know it's going to be all through the media now. It wouldn't have been had he not stepped onto the pitch.
I think you're looking for McLean to inspire them. That's what you're looking. These guys go to ground. There's next to no Wrexham player that's hit the ground if he wasn't slew-footed, and they fall for everything.
O'Brien, tried to eke one out and not able to, and here comes Charlton, one on 6. Like we're okay defensively if we can have 6 men back with one guy coming forward. Defense with AO has been good enough to justify going forward. It's one of those things that if it goes awry.
Yeah, but the Longman has not got back and saved Max. Neither has Kabore saved, Haim on the other side. So, they're not a part of the defense today.
Yeah. Oh, Dan's mistimed that jump, but Cleworth is there to bail him out on the clearance. We're playing ping pong in the middle of the pitch. Finally gets to ground and is scooped over for Max and them to have it. And Campbell with a shoulder barge on Cleworth, and it actually moved him. Surprising there. Maintains possession, control, right foot, and well done. Headed away, takes away that threat. It's those little plays that are away from the ball, are away from danger areas that could put them into danger areas where you're impressed by it. Even that little stab there to disrupt. And you got to give it credit as, missed that one. 20 minutes and added time left. Still lots going on in this one. Charlton moving forward. Doherty had it, advances it forward. That's another one of the subs. That's Onel Hernandez. Over on the left-hand side. Settling it down, and now we've got control, and there's lots of gray. Can we push this through somehow? Kabore. Opportunity for a counter, not there, so now we'll be doing the slow build up through Ogonko. Switch over to the left-hand side, and well done. Haim, let's go. Do things. Haim. O'Brien, nice little pass forward, and come on. Yellow card. Just reached out and grabbed Sheaf and brought him to the ground. Professional foul. I just want a goal. Just find a way. By hook or by crook. Don't care. Sonny Carey with the yellow card. Windass. Left-hand side towards the middle of the pitch. Sheaf. He's going to put right-hand side. Headed forward. Did that go off anybody? No, just straight out. Scar couldn't get his head towards the middle of the pitch. Finally?
I think they're talking about LOB hitting a shot. If he makes it.
More possession for us as the clearance just gets settled easily, and it's now Haim on the ball. If there's going to advance it again, a little bit of a press, or at least just enough disrupt or challenge the passes coming forward from our center backs through the middle of the pitch. Through the middle again, taking a step forward. Long towards Moore. He sets it up for O'Brien. Sheaf through the middle of the pitch, and he missed O'Brien. I want more things. I'm curious what the XG is, because we've had all of this. Just 0.86 to 0.71. So despite all of the possession and the opportunities around the box, one could say we're anemic, incapable, struggling. 18-yard box. Charlton swimming around looking for options. Heavy touch, and then that was a slip, and I don't even think it was an intended flop. 2-on-1. If Moore can get there, wide in the middle of the pitch, there's the cross, and it was blocked. It would have been wide open in the middle of the pitch. Was that O'Brien though? In any event, McLean, what's he going to serve up? He looks like he's racing a little bit. Slow down, sir. I love all the energy, but control. Kabore, right-hand side, lots of space, serve something. Instead, he takes on Hernandez, and it's going to go out. Goal kick. You had the opportunity to put in a cross. You had all that space. Like it screamed for a cross. And instead, he decides, I'm going to take the ball 3 foot forward, take on the man, and out dances himself and knocks the ball outside of the goal line. Just do the simple play sometimes. Like if you beat your man, what did you earn yourself? You earned a cross from 6 yards closer than you would have been had you just delivered it wide open when you had the chance. Oh, to have a FIFA controller. Moore sets it down. 3 men on him. He's going to chip it forward. Chief is there. McLean's on a run in support. He gets the ball. Crosses coming. Far post. Too heavy. Kabore, where are you?
What are they bitching about?
Dancing left footer. And that's going to be a corner.
Yeah, what?
He gave a penalty?
No. It has to have a corner. They're complaining about the corner?
He gave a penalty.
Was it a handball?
It wasn't in the McLean is there. It goes across.
No, was it a handball? Kabore's shot went off his hand?
Oh, did it go off of his hand there on the right-hand side? Let's watch this.
I'm guessing. It had to have. It had to have gone off his hand. That's the only thing it could be. He's not calling some pushing in the middle.
Off the hand in a deflection over on the right-hand side off of Hernandez.
That was definitely deflected, and if it hit a hand, you have to do it, right?
I thought it looked. I'm still like on the replay when I watch it. It looks like. Interesting that Windass has the ball.
Why? Who else would you put in there?
Yeah, that's what the official's saying is he has his hand up and he did that. I thought it went off the top of his head awkwardly, strangely. But this, I mean, all right. Football gods. Come on. Windass, right foot, staring at Kaminsky, right in front of the tech end, searching for something off of a penalty on a weird one off of a handball. The phantom handball. Did it come back through the earpiece? No flags went, but we'll take the opportunity to go up. Silence. And here it is, right foot. Scores! Windass puts us up 1-0 on an awkward one. And you see the replay and you run it in slow. I mean, I'm curious also as to how the call came because you watched the referee. It wasn't an immediate one given, but what do we care? Windass steps up to the spot and gorgeous delivery. Kaminsky guessed right, got over there, but just didn't get low enough, and it sneaks underneath his arm and into the bottom right of the net, nestled just inside the post. Pretty damn close to the perfect penalty in the perfect spot. Take it. We'll take it. thumped the hell out of it. The inverse of the hand of God, like the voice of God coming from somebody into an earpiece. It says that there was a handball because I don't know who called it. Well, that's what it'll be. That's what it'll be. Brown bags of dollars into the referee's hand. And now we'll see, what does Charlton do when they're down 1-0. Nice tackle there on O'Brien.
I think
here comes the cross. Watching the replay. It's up. It's up. Oh yeah, he did. He did. He got it with his right fist up in the air. It was hand to God. He jumped up to go and get it, went up with both hands, and he flicked the head back, but it hit his hand. Bounced off of his fist. It is hand of God. I'm watching iFollow. I don't know why there's an issue with iFollow.
No, well, I don't know. You're getting replays I didn't get.
Oh, okay.
On Paramount, we never saw the replay. I just made guesses that it was a handball.
That replay came from the opposite far right, side of the stadium, coming back towards goal as Charlton comes forward with an opportunity, and Max Cleworth on this opposite side, and he won a throw. Give that guy all the cookies. On his offside, disrupts the play, frees up the ball, cuts to the corner, realizes it may go out for a corner kick, so he grabs it and flicks it off of the Charlton attacker and earns ourselves a throw in. So the camera angle that I saw was from like the right side, if you're looking towards the tech end, the right side corner flag area, and it came back, and you can clearly see when he jumps up in the air that it hits his right hand and goes the other way. All of the camera angles from the left, it was unclear from the head flick of what it looks like it hit his head. But we'll take another sub. Matty James coming in on this one, taking off Sheaf, had himself a game. Man, I can't, just those little plays by Max, so amazing. Timer's at 48 minutes. I don't know. I'm at 79 minutes and 50 seconds if there was an accidental bump, soon to be at 80 minutes. I don't think we're parking the bus. We're just seeing more panic from them. Kabore goes up and he gets undercut. And so we earn ourselves a free kick. And Max, no hurry now. Here comes Matty. Ogonko, toe cramp.
What did I do to the time? How did I mess that up? What the...
I don't know, 80 minutes, 30 seconds. 80 minutes, 35. And Ogonko, the Flintstone bowling tippy-tappy, thumps it. Moore there, can't get to the ball. Knocked back to him, and he flicks it on, trying to find McLean, but it's bouncing around. Matty over to McLean. James scoops it up. Well done. O'Brien, 6 yards, scoops far side. Kabore, can you get there? Where is Kabore? He's not even in the screen. I guess we're in a defensive shell now, so he's all the way back as Ipswich. Laying the boots. Thanks, WNG. Oh, O'Brien almost had a chance nicking it off the defender there, and instead it goes back and just rolls gently to Kaminsky, who grabs it and scoops it forward to Ramsey. Ramsey up the wing, cut, carried. He's got lots of space on a full run. Matty James trying to run him down, gets it over to the right-hand side. Bree cross in, danger! Max. Out of play. So there's the secret. It's not Tukes this year. We all have more Cold Brew. Matty James, wrecking ball, through, knocks it out, and it'll be another throw in. Can't wait to go to Twitter after this one. Oh shoot, I forgot to do something. Hold on. O'Brien gonna chase it down. It's cleared. Cleared. More inside, outside, trying to get his man. Sorry for that. I had to do something on the phone. Work commitments still happen on Saturdays, apparently. Jones through the left-hand side. It looks like we're going to do the defensive special here. Everybody laying off and letting them come at us. Jones searching for an opportunity, advances it forward. That was sort of interference, and I think we kind of got away with one there as Heim steps in front. Anyway, McLean has it, thumps it off of his man, screams for a handball, doesn't get it. Gavel. Vamos indeed. Def did. I think it was a handball. Yeah, and it's Moore putting the pressure on Kaminsky. Wide ball. Does it go out? Does it go out? Does it go out? Throw in. Well done. Gillespie couldn't keep that one in on the delivery from Kaminsky after pressure being put on by Moore. And the big man puts pressure on. Love it. Windass taking his time, waiting for somebody to come in for the throw in. Did he just throw that out of play, though, instead of to the man? I think this is the last window. Coventry off. They're joking, Mark's joking on iFollow because of Coventry. He's been calling Charlton Coventry all day. And so Coventry being subbed off, they're celebrating. Twinkle Toes just woke my youngest. Kabore thrown in, grabs it. Max is up over to Windass, tries to find Max, can't find him. Instead, it's Campbell who's going to win it. And now Max get the retreat on, my friend, as we've only got two men back, but Scar able to push it forward. 4 black jerseys, 4 red jerseys moving forward. And guess who saves it? James McLean. What? Need a heavy tackle at the end of the game? Need a clearance? Need a guy to put in the effort? And there's a free kick there. Is he a little over exuberant on that one, but you'll take it. Free kick halfway. Windass is in a full bulldog mode. Mac is doing the same thing. Right footer going over towards the outside of the area. Moore is there. Easily heads that away. O'Brien, opportunity to chase onto it. Can't get it. Headed over. Coventry with it. 25 yards out. Carey dancing. Right-hand side, Campbell. He's got Macca on him. Draws it back. Carey looking for the cross. Skips along. And cleared out all the way for a throw. Well done by Heim. It's in my area, in my vicinity. It's no longer in my vicinity. Goodbye. 4 minutes plus added time. I don't like this whole let's shell up again thing, but here we are, and this is what we do. One could argue this is every sport that plays this type of game. Ice hockey, soccer, doesn't matter. Opportunity, Sheaf, right foot, looking through it, comes back to him after his defense out and clear. Put back into the box. They're just thumping the ball from everywhere, crossing their fingers and hoping it just finds a way through. Seeing eye shots. We've got 2-on-1 potential because Windass get it over top of him. He can't. Cabore's got it. Settles it down. O'Brien, middle of the pitch. He's got Macca over on the left-hand side. Dobson's going to come and support. Macca has waited for numbers, and now he's got them. Puts it into the area. Nothing there. Kabore collects it right outside the 18. Chip up. Finds a whole bunch of black jerseys in the middle and nobody else. And here comes Charlton the other way. Opportunity for a tackle there. Flop, not given. Clueworth collects.
What are we going to get for time? 3 or 4 minutes?
Well, you had Kaminsky with the extended thigh cramp. You had a couple of whiplash issues. So, yeah, I think 4 is probably the right number. That's what I want. Matty James with it, 35 yards away from goal, 25 yards away from goal. Windass, long right, searching ball. Ori, he's got space and time towards the goal. Opportunity here, goal line cross. Do we get a corner? Get out of the way. I thought it was going to bounce off, but instead it dies on the goal line and it's cleared. Clueworth over top of Campbell, just out muscles him. More possession. Give me all possession. More. Go to the wings. Go to the wings. Go to the wings. And that's right footer. Knocked down. More. Another save by Kaminsky as it was right there on the rebound. Led off by the defenders, not coming back in support of Kaminsky, and Moore takes his opportunity on the rebound from Windass and can't find the back of the net. Do not let off. Just go. Foot to floor, and we'll take a corner. Good on Kiefer Moore. You know what? You cannot criticize that man's effort as it goes in and knocked down in the left footer. You almost didn't realize he had so much time because he had him down to dead to rights. But well done by Kaminsky. Matty James, right foot, bullet to the far side. Moore was there, couldn't get his head on it, and Dobson's going to go out and collect. He's got Windass to the inside, finds him 9 yards out. Right foot, Matty James, that curled amazingly. And it's still in the area. Hyam trying to dance for it, can't do it. Squirts out, and Kabore's back there. He's just going to go back to Ogonko, I'm sure, and let everybody reset. Nope, he's going to spin and turn it the other way. All right, let's go. Let's go. Dobson looking for more, missed, and it's going to roll over, and Kaminsky's going to grab it. 88 minutes gone. 89 minutes gone. As much a save as it was, instinctual defense of his face. More likes are always good.
The likes don't change. Whatever it says when you
log
join
in
is what it stays on the screen. So M must have joined early and then left.
Here they come. A minute left. Campbell with it. 25, 30 yards out. Draws it back. That was Doherty who had it. Now it's Campbell, left-hand side. Gillespie's all the way forward. 20 yards out. Spins on the ball. Matty James is there. Dobson's there. Leaves him. Kabore going to go out on Campbell and knocks it out. Well done. Kabore. Tackle in front of Campbell, and it's going to be a throw-in as the time ticks away. M was first person here. Oh, Isa Kabore. 9 yards. Throw in imminent. Going to be a long toss. Nope, short to Campbell. Kabore steps out. Windass steps over, and Kabore bashes it off of him, and we'll get a throw in. Kabore turning into the defensive specialist. 9 minutes of added time. Nine minutes of added time.
That's insane.
Where did that come from? I'm trying to figure out. You had Kaminsky hit the deck, and there was an extended water break. You had those two sort of head injury situation things that happened. Dan Scar getting punched in the back of the head by Ogonko. And you had, what was the other one? It was the whiplash effect. What else were we missed? Oh, I'll score one. Naka into the area. Tackled. We'll get a corner.
They must have multiplied instead of added.
I'm trying to think. Did we miss anything? The math ain't mathin'? They're doing the same thing now that they found out it's 9 minutes. They're doing. Yeah, so Gonko punched Scar, but he did the right thing. He came out all the way out to the edge of the area, 18 yards. Anyway, right footer, Matty James looking near post. Bodies falling everywhere, and it's going to be a foul against Hyam, and we're going to come the other way. It's a ridiculous amount of time, but hey, we get another 7 minutes together to enjoy the madness. Positive swing. We're a bastion of positivity here. The referee giving him the business for having the ball half a yard outside of the 6 yard box, so he's got to go back and take it. That's another 10 seconds off the clock. Dobson ekes out a free kick, and I'm not sure I agree with that one. He was in the air diving.
Look, it says it on the back of his shirt, douchery, right? Is that what it says?
If that's how you pronounce Doherty in Massachusetts.
So my bad. Misread that. Apologies.
Heretofore he shall be known as. I'm with you, Frequency. It just gave us more time for some more fun here, is all it did. Moore being cuddled, can't get to that ball. O'Brien's going to jump in the air and try and get it to Kabore, and he does. Is he going to draw it back? No, we go forward. Nice. O'Brien, Kabore, he's got Hernandez, the handball specialist out there who stabs it out, and we'll eke our way a throw. Hernandez, you know what? He gets a card for it. You bet. Waste all the time you want, Hernandez, arguing about this. You be angry. You should be just livid. Take more time arguing about it. So now Hernandez gets a yellow card because he thought he made a nice tackle and it went out and he wanted to throw in, so he decided to give the ref the business and killed 30 seconds. And then we give the ball away. Like, if I'm his teammates, you selfish prick, I am all over him. That was the most CONCACAF thing I've ever seen. And I don't know his nationality, but I'm assuming he's from CONCACAF. Cuba qualifies. Well done, Max Kluwer. Steps in front of Macumbo, kills out the drive, and then earned possession, but then we gave it right back. Hernandez throws it in. Uh-oh. Kiefer Moore, grab at hamstring. Go to ground then, sir. He's in pain. Uh-oh. Training top coming off on the bench. Going over to the right-hand side. That's not what... I don't like that. But it's that right thigh again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it cramp? He doesn't look concerned. Bring in Sam Smith, and we'll watch that one on a go-forward basis. Taking more off on the short side of the pitch, but the trainers are out there. Does he look concerned to you, Brendan?
He's actually holding it.
Yeah, I know.
Probably just a little tweak, but that'd probably keep him out of game if you're smart.
Well, international break.
Yeah.
I'm sure Wales is going to want him. So that's a bit of a concern more for them than it is for us if it's just a short-term thing, right? They've got massive game coming up Saturday, not so much with Liechtenstein, but the Tuesday, the 18th against North Macedonia, and essentially what's a must-win. Man of the match is Hernandez. He's wasted time for us. He's handball. That's a hard one to argue against. I don't think we've given a man of the match to an opposing player. Charlton with it, and then just gave it away to Windass, and Sam Smith, opportunity here, free, clear, into the area, left foot block, and we'll get a corner out of it. Love it. Slow down, Sam. Why are you getting the ball and running it over there? Slow down, sir. Rather take a corner than a shot on goal? No, I would rather take the shot on goal. I would love a second goal. And likely to get a deflection and have it go off if you put it on target, right? So McLean, short corner, they bang it off, it'll go for a goal kick. He's been too good today to me. Kabore's been solid. Hyam's been good. Ogonkwo early. Yeah, I get that shout from John. Kabore collecting it here. I mean, instead of thumping it, he's going to drive past his man, get grabbed, playing advantage, and Kabore's just going to keep going with it. Advantage now over. Puts it around Hernandez, can't get to it. And Douchery knocks it off of Kabore and is going to get the throw in. Doherty. Thumped down the pitch. 3-on-3. More red jerseys back. It'd be nice. And here come the grade. Right-footed opposite side. Header! Just flick up over top. Big save. Arthur Ogonko, and he's down. Grabbing his head. That was an amazing save. Holy jumping Jesus. The reach on this. Nobody else gets to this. Yep! Tips it up over top. And did he smack his head off the back of the bar? Back of the head off the bar? He's fine. He's on his feet. No time wasted. Going to have a corner. 99th minute is gone here. Right-footed in swinger. Is going to go far post. It's high. It's up. It's heavy. It's in the air. And there's a foul. Campbell took out Hyam. And we're past the 9 minutes. But now we have to make up for the Moore down on the deck time. Da, 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 football in a circus. Da, 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 football in a circus. Love it. $40 into the added time. Ogonko, you still haven't got a yellow card yet this year. So, I mean, trip and fall and do something. There it is. The whistle blows. 3 points. Put him on the... And Parkey is loving it. I haven't seen that reaction from Parkey in a long time. That was furious, reckless abandon in celebrating the win on that one. 1-0 after a handball and a penalty score. And Brendan summarized that match, that half. Holy crap.
We knew it was going to be a slugfest. They played hard, and for the most part, everyone played well. Yeah, and they grinded it out and got the win. Good job.
Indeed. I got to go back to here to close off this previous poll to see if people were happy to go with a 4-3-3. They were 76%. Didn't need to. End of the conversation. Let's go to man of the match. Start a poll. Man of the match. Max Cleworth. Kabore.
Oof.
Hyam and Ogonko. Is that the?
Yeah,
oh, no,
I saw nothing out of Kabore. Never did any good crosses. Didn't ever beat his man.
Defensively, he was there, but I'm going to take Hyam out instead, and I'm going to put Hernandez, so that people have the option if they want to vote for Hernandez. Start the poll. Well, that was a lot of fun in the end. We get to do all the fun of going through the stats while you guys have a vote on who man of the match should be. That's a top 6 team. That's no longer a top 6 team. That was a team that was sitting in a playoff spot that we've taken out and brought them back to us. That's about all you could ask for. And we will take it. Jump into the stats here just quickly. You've got them up on the screen.
Yes, I do.
10 minutes or 15 minutes before the end of the game, I was looking at things and I thought, man, we're just barely ahead of them on the XG. It was a 0.86 to like a 0.6. And we weren't finding it. And then all of a sudden put to the floor as far as opportunities go. And I guess is that defense getting tired? Is that us changing things? But a 2.44 XG versus a 0.79. 18
you got a
shots.
much more active guy. You got Windass out there. You got O'Brien out there pushing forward.
And maybe that's the super sub routine. If we're going to defensive shell it and then we're going to thump with quality later. I don't know. Is that going to be a thing on a go forward? Make us nervous to be able to hold on, but hope you don't end up chasing the game. But you've got the ponies in the stable to do it. Total shots, we up 18-10 for us. Shots on target, 6-4 for us. Big chances, 2-1 for us. We missed one. They missed their only big chance. 382 passes, which is pretty damn close to our season average, despite the added possession. Fouls committed even, and the corners 8-2. As far as open plays, set penalty, our XG, non-penalty XG at 1.6. For XG on target, a 1.93. So we were in and amongst it. 33-9 touches in the opposition box. Like, this was a clinical performance, other than we struggled to find the back of the net, but ultimately we did, thanks to the Hernandez handball. And I will be checking Twitter out to soak that one in and have a look at it. Anything to add from the stats? Anything jump out to you?
It says Arthur had the highest FOTMOB rating at 7.9. Dobson was at 7.8, then Cleworth, and then
potentially back-to-back clean sheets. The XG maybe not high enough to get him into team of the week. We'll have to see what else happened around the league and what other performances were out there. But let's take a look at the table. Sorry if I'm ignoring the chat. Oh, come on. Championship table. I'm sure you got it up there way ahead of me. So with the win, we only move up to 13th, with Leicester coming back and taking out Norwich City. That game, I just want to look at the stats. It was Norwich had scored in the 62nd minute, and that's when I saw it last. And then 75th to tie it, and 92nd minute to end up pushing that one forward for Leicester City, who find 3 points late. Coventry, Middlesbrough, Stoke City at the top of the table, but Stoke City potentially lining up to come back a little bit in the crowd because they're down to Coventry. So that's
the thing is that we needed that to keep pace. Now we're in that block of from where we are all the way up to 5th is like very reasonably obtainable, right? Like
7th, but I take it 25 points. That's the next block, right? Is to get within a 3-point chance for a climb to get up there.
Yeah, so we're talking about a 4-point difference.
Yeah.
And we're playing 5 of those teams between us and that spot, Hull.
Yeah. Yep.
Which we play. So
we're 4 points clear of Swansea in 18th. We're 11 points ahead of the drop. We're in a comfortable position with the schedule ahead of us that allows us to control our own destiny on a go-forward basis. You look at what happened above us. Bristol City ends up with a draw. Everybody, it's top of the table. Everybody got points. Bottom of the table, everybody lost points. And it's sort of a weird weekend for that. The teams that ended up losing, Stoke City is going to fall back. Middlesbrough, Preston, Millwall, Bristol City. And everybody else kept pace largely. Assuming the last 5 was updated for the teams that went early. Millwall and Preston to a 1-1 draw. And so that's helpful. Hull City continues to do Hull City stuff and just find points, and they've done that again. Interesting with when do we play them in the league match? They've got QPR, Ipswich, Stoke, Middlesbrough, and then us sandwiched in between Middlesbrough and Millwall. So they've got, and then they have Middlesbrough on the 29th before the January 1 turnover. That's odd. I didn't know anybody was doing that because I thought this is the turnover on the 29th this season. I don't think it is for us. I could be wrong. I must be wrong. Let me go to our schedule going forward. Reminder tomorrow, Butte Energy Welsh Cup. Deandra Brendan here with Ladundno. Game is at home. I don't know if they've announced where it's going to be played. It's weird that we've purchased but are unusing, and I haven't dug into that enough. So, okay, the 29th is the reset because Preston North End, who we were going to play on December 6th, is our first game of the reset. So we've got them. the women and Ladindo next are on Sunday. We're not back here until next week. Ipswich Town on the road, Bristol City at home, Blackburn on the at home, PNE, Hull City, Watford, Swansea, Sheffield United, and then the changeover occurs and we start with Preston and Blackburn. You look at the next swath of games and we have a chance to climb. We have a chance to climb. And did you see the scariest thing about the schedule, or have you looked at the schedule, the bottom of it, as far as the run-in?
I haven't in a while. I haven't looked at that.
It is tough. The last 5 games of the season: Brum on the road, Stoke City at home, Oxford United away, that's our banana peel game again, Coventry away, Middlesbrough at home. Got to put points up.
Yeah, you got to be sitting pretty before then.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll go back to the chat here. 10 to 12 possible points against top 6 points, and there, Dave. That's it, right? That's the summary. And if we can take care of the middle of the table now as we go through this, we're going to be the buzz again, and that's going to be a lot of fun for people in the EFL. I love it. I love it. It's a good day.
Now's the best time to get hot, right? Like, because we're chopping at all the other teams that are up near the top, so we're taking points from them and giving ourselves points.
6-point games. You hold them, you gain 3. It's a massive swing, right?
Yeah.
Derby's on fire, and we've already played them, so they can continue to do their thing. And we are officially in the top part of the table, if you want to call it the top half. Look, the effort was there today. We can't question that. The quality was there today. We can't question that. We had opportunities all over the place. The subs came in, and that was, Parkey's management of the match also coincided with his regular timing of when he makes his substitutes, but he made the call and it did the right thing at the time. And that's what you want to do, and why we get frustrated when we're chasing the game or when somebody's not playing good, that we don't see something different. But it worked and it aligned today. So you got to, I guess, give him the check in the box on that one, whether it was fortuitous, just run of the mill or otherwise. Ogonko played exceptional. Kluwerth had himself a hell of a match, and we got helped by a Cuban national who decided that he wanted to be selfish and overhero himself, and he played his team into a difficult situation. It's all of the stars were there to align, and they did. So I don't know if I have much more to add other than that. The women tomorrow, be there 6 a.m. Out on my side of the world, 9 a.m. out on the East Coast, 2 p.m.
No, I don't think it's 9 a.m. It might be like 12:30. I think they moved it to 5:30 in Wales. So 12:30 East Coast, 9:30 West Coast, I think.
I'm just bringing it up just to confirm on the fixture side, and that's my fault for giving the false information. A question for you while we're doing it, and for anybody in the chat, because I haven't figured it out, and it's all been rumors and it's not out. What's going on at the Rock?
Yeah, we've been talking about it. We think it's the field's a mess, and it's not a quick fix. So,
well, that's frustrating. Matches for the women. 9:30 a.m. You're right. 12:30 out on the East Coast, which would make that a 5:30 kickoff. Sounds right.
Yes. Yeah, it is 17:30. It's at
5:30 p.m. Yep. And then we're back. They're back into the league the following week, Sunday the 16th with Pontypridd, and then jump into. Oh, and it's not Butte. It's Adran. Sorry, it's Adran Trophy, and then the Butte Energy with the first round against NFA. And then hopefully both Wrexhams can win and we can watch the draw and advance forward with that one. And no cup competition till the FA in January for Wrexham. So soak in the soon coming international break. It's our next game, not until the 22nd. So it will be a bit of a break. I wonder if I should do something for next weekend. we'll see. We'll see. Sometimes I just like to take the time off as well. I hope you're able to take time, however you pay respects and homage for November 11th and those who, the ultimate sacrifice, or at least partook, and gave us our freedom and stepped up when the world needed them. So around the world, whether that's down in the Anzac guys, or down in the US, the UK, or otherwise, hope you have your opportunity to reflect and to thank and to appreciate. And however the ceremony is, and I'm going to have to review the revelry play in the UK and find out what that call is, just because I'm curious. And yeah, I'll keep you posted on anything else through the post. Brendan, thank you so much as always. Any parting shots? Oh, I got to end up the man of the match post before we leave. So
up the town, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Perfect. I'm just going to hit the button on the man of the match with authority. Ogonkwo, 71%. Cleworth finishes second with 12. Surprised it was that big of a difference, but he did have some amazing stops. Women tomorrow, women the following Sunday. And we'll see what we can fill in the meantime and in between time. Thank you so much for being here. Much love and appreciation to our little community. It's been amazing, and it continues to be amazing, and will be amazing on a go-forward basis. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.